And we're live, I think. It says we're live. Anyway, today we're going to do a little push rod install dance. Got the two cameras set up so you can see how I solder things. Now, there's all kind of ways to do this. You don't have to do it my way or whatever works for you. What I do is I drill a hole into a block of wood, which this is the side of my bench. And I stick the part that I'm going to solder into that hole with the washer laying up against the wood. Then, you know what? I better see if I got that other kind of solder. None in there. Yep, got a little right there. A little bit right here. Is this? No, this ain't stayed right. I don't know what the hell this stuff is here. This is. Let's see here. Yeah. Well, we use this off the roll. Let's see if it works. This stuff is highly acidic. I don't know what happened there. Let me look in the drawer and see if I can find some. If not, we'll do it with the crap solder. Let's see here, comments. Now, I hope the dual screen doesn't make you guys sick, but this way you can more or less zoom in on what I'm doing. Just a quick look in here, see if I got any of that stuff. Nope, that's a different. This ain't stable, right? Just about out of that stuff. I think maybe I am completely out of it. Now, last night we were talking about different type solders. Don't use this solder. This is plumbing solder. It's leadless. It doesn't have any lead in it at all. This is total crap. Trying to find the good stuff I had. And I could silver solder it, but there's no need to get it that hot. Nope. Nobody. Okay, let's just try this stuff. See if this works. Could be a failure. So I get the gun hot here. Heat the wire, not the washer. There it went. the wire, not the washer. Let her cool. Now, let me see here. We got any baking soda? Yeah, it's up there. I don't know if you can see it or not. Now, all that brown shit on there is the flux. You got to get that cleaned off. Neutralized. Maybe I better zoom out a little bit. You guys have seen how to do that now. I get a paper towel. What I find surprising is how many people don't know how to solder. I mean, it's like super easy. Super easy. But I want to get all this flux off here and neutralize the acid in the flux. You know what? I got a wire brush over there. I got a wire brush. Thank you, Harbor Freight. Hobo Freight. Not going to be able to do this inside the airplane. But I'll give you an idea what a clean solder joint looks like. That's what a solder joint should look like. Hi, John. So, I don't have any, after wire brushing it here, I don't have anything to neutralize. It's all off of there. I'll wipe it with some alcohol. Need to do the other side now. And hope that I left enough on the end of that for the horn. Let's see here. Now I also today have to make a slider. And that's going to be a trip. Back into that it goes. Push it all the way down. Okay, remember what I said. You got to heat the piano wire, music wire first. Thanks. There it went. The same with electrical doings. You use a little pin, pencil solder, and let's open this up. We want to go here, here. There we are. We'll make up some paste and do this when I get it in the airplane, because I'm not going to be able to wire brush this in the airplane. But I will be able to acid brush it, acid brush some neutralizing stuff. If you don't, it'll lock your controls up. Like I say, I hope that's long enough to do the job. I think so. Nothing has changed since my childhood. I can remember using my dad's Weller soldering gun, but it was a big one. It was twice the size of this thing. We put out some heat. I think it was 240 or 300 watts, 2 settings, 2 trigger pull. It was badass, that's for sure. Now I'm just sanding this push rod, get it clean. We'll change camera angles here. So we're going to install this push rod here. This is a tricky one because it's a beam wing and I don't have much room inside here. I had to make that push rod special because I couldn't get it to line up. Couldn't make the bends right. Come on, get in there. There it is. So we're going to have to cut some off of that. I want to check it again to make sure that it works correctly. If not, we have to start the whole process over again. We got plenty there. That's good. Matter of fact, we could solder this washer on up here. before putting it on the other side. You can hear it go stop to stop. And that stop is the beam. I'm glad I took my time on that. That turned out perfect. Okay, we need some washers. Let's see how that camera is pointed. That's good. Hey, we found another use for the AMA. Use this. I use that right there. Actually, this card right here would be better. This card would be better. So what I do is I get myself a piece of cardboard, like a cereal box. This is just a piece of cardboard from the carbon fiber. Then we're going to drill a couple holes in that, one for each one. And what this does, it blocks the solder from soldering to the bushing. You take this piece of cardboard, the flag here, you stick it on the wire. Just like that. Get this other flag made. That's for the Velcro. Now we need a couple washers. Of course, it's behind everything. One day I'm going to get a shop that I can keep organized, but it's going to have to be much bigger than this. Mucho bigger. Come on. Now this side here is a little trickier than the other side, but not too bad. The reason why it's tricky is that washer wants to walk off of there. Come on, get on there. What are we going to do here? We're going to need a stick. We're going to need a stick, something to hold that over. There we go. Come on. Stupid thing. There we go. Looks pretty cold. You know why it looks cold? I didn't add any flux. We'll get it. Still don't like it. Damn. There we go. Now, with any luck, the solder didn't wick in and solder itself to the bushing on the horn. It didn't. So now we need a cup. We'll get a cup here. A cup and some baking soda. Very important step. I'm going to go to the bathroom to get water. Just use my Propel. Pour a little water in this baking soda. Get an acid brush, which I thought I had here. Which of course I can't find. There's one. Except a paste. Now pull the flag out. Got quite a bit of slop in that though. It's like the flag was too thick. Wasn't over far enough. Shoot. What happened here? You guys are screwing up. Now you could leave it like that. I'm sure it wouldn't. There's probably 3/32 of slop in that. It probably wouldn't hurt it, but I can't do that. I don't know how that happened. Need to slide way over. So, try again. I'm not going to slide that washer off of there. I'm just going to make a slit. So, stick it down there. That's still too thick. Okay, we need a different piece of cardboard. That's just too much. So let's try this one. It's Sullivan. If you're going to take your time on anything, this is where to do it. In controls. You'd be happy you did. There we go. And we'll get quite a bit on that. The only reason for that block is so I got something to push on so the push rod doesn't slide out of there. Okay, I need my knife handy. There that is. We need a little bit of flux on there. Silly question, do you only fly control line? I do not fly RC, but the airplanes are no different. I've been doing control line 60 years. There it is. Much better. Now the solder, where the hell did it go? There it is. Come on. Still not perfect, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Now the tough one's going to be the bell crank inside there. The only difference between my airplanes and an RC airplane is the servos. I don't use servos. Okay, now we're gonna have a problem here because this thing's gonna want to fall out when it's upside down. So in order to keep it from falling out, what are we gonna do? We're gonna put some forceps on there, I think. Yeah, maybe I can get it from here. So okay, we've come to realize that that cardboard's too thick, so we're going to use this. That and most RC airplanes are foamies. Buy and fly. I build everything. I built many RC airplanes. I used to build for Schaefer's Hobby Shop. Okay, so now we need another washer. I did. Okay, there it is. There it is. I don't know what happened there. YouTube's monkeying around this morning. Okay, let's get some solder on this because this is not going to be easy. Okay. Tin this up real good. Come on. Just so difficult. But you can't win, so you might as well give up. A little gravity there. And same thing with the bell crank. It has a brass bushing in it, so gotta be damn careful with that to not solder to that. Of course, seeing that the brass is sunk into carbon fiber, it probably wouldn't stick, but there we go. Get quite a bit of solder on there. Push it up. We got it. Unbelievable. I think I'm going to add a little bit of JB Weld to that just to be safe. Can't be too safe with the pushrod. Okay, let's check them and see if they work good. Goes right there. Maybe we'll do flaps today too. Yep. Oh, I know what this is. We need to cut that little titty off there. Okay, no problem. If I can find the cutoff wheel. Make up one, I guess. We got plenty cutoff wheels. You guys that watch me, do you learn anything? Or am I just wasting my time? Can't be very entertaining. I guess I can do that. Why are not these holes big enough ever? Always tight. We sure can tell a difference. You know, I've been a mechanic all my life of one sort or another. Aircraft, then motorcycle, car, and then motorcycle. The quality of tools sure is a big difference between Snap-on Pro stuff and all the hobby shit we get. Garbage. You enjoy the builds. Well, that's great. Okay, so there's such little room in here that this push rod, yeah, taps the spar. So little tap on the spar. There we go. Maybe I ought to give a little more clearance. Should be nice to get that washer flat on there. I got this one relatively square. That one there is up. I don't like it. I don't like it. See what we can do about that. The only problem is, if I do that, solder could run down. We're going downhill. Well, I'll try it. I'll be sunk if it screws up. But I'd rather have it perfect than not have to worry about it. It's got to be that adage comes from my dad. He'd say, "Gotta be perfect." Them World War II guys are a different breed. Gotta be perfect. He was a mechanic too when he started. Get on there. Yeah, it may or may not affect anything, but I guess I could just add some JB Weld to it and forget it. Yeah, let's do that. I don't monkey with this. It looks awful cold though. She looked cold. Oh no, not too bad. This would be a job for SN. Oh yeah. Get a little dry slide on it. Oh yeah, that works. That's even better. All right, let's work on the tail push rod, the elevator push rod, and then we got to make that part. You know, the horns that I use are set up for ball links. I quit using ball links 6 years ago. So you gotta kind of adapt to some different ways of doing stuff. You know what? I need some dry slide in the hinge and then pulls too. I set it up right there. Put a couple drops of in these pulls. That turns. I mean, that's a full turn. Stop to stop. It hits the spar. So sweet. I did that right. This here is my 25 Nats plane. We got plenty of time, so I don't have to rush it. I still got to build that engine. Tank. Okie dokie. Why the hell is that so crappy looking there? Pretty crappy. Let me blow that off. Okay, so we got this push rod made up. However, it won't fit back here. So we're going to need to cut it quite short. Get out my bolt cutters. Hopefully I don't screw this up. There we go. And hopefully it's long enough. I think it looks long enough. Okay, let's give it a whirl. See how it goes. We'll give her a whirl, Earl. Need some washers soldered on that too, though. Okay, like that. So if that's level, where are we at here? It doesn't look long enough. Shit. Might have to redo it. Yeah, it's long enough. Maybe. Oh yeah. Okay. I have it right. But we're gonna have to do it this way. Nope. Each airplane has its own set of challenges. I can't get this together, and when I might have to take it apart to make it work. At least cut that out so I can raise it up. That's what I'll do. There we go. Okay. Okay, that looks like that will work. Now I need to make that part. I'm going to be making new mold bucks for this too. The redesign of this one, the numbers are the same, but the shape is different. So I'm going to make a new turtleneck buck and a new bottom buck, so it fits perfect. I don't have any jockeying around. Because as I told you, I'm in no rush to finish this airplane because it's the 2025 airplane. So there'll be plenty of content on this one. So now we need to make a part. It's a little part. It's going to be little tiny part. Got this piece of brass. It appears to be, doesn't say what it is, but we can measure it. If I have to find my calipers, they're over here. Let's see here, calipers. They're not in there. I'd say it's a 16th inch thick. Pretty thick shit. Where the calipers are. Doesn't matter. Gonna make it out of this anyway. So we need a couple of holes in this. 2 8-inch holes. I don't have a center punch. They're out in the garage, and I'll be damned if I'm going out there just for this. So eyeball the centers and drill away. So we needed a 1/4 inch. So we need an 1/8 inch from there. tough stuff. Come on, you. Damn. Go a bit dull. Okay, get a 16th. Try again. What the hell happened to my calc? They ain't in there. They ain't in there. Here they are. I think I got an idea on how not to have shit sitting in front of my boxes here. I'm going to pull them out to the edge. Okay, let's do this the right way. Let's do this the right way. Still backyard engineering, but it'll be closer. This piece here is 6250. So it's a 16th inch thick. Okay, got it. So that's an 1/8, and then we'll do it over another 1/8. Got the 2 drill bits. Where's the drill? I think this is 5/64. It's not a 16. But I scrubbed the line, so that's one. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with that second hole. There we go. One. Two. Okay, I've drilled the 2 holes in the end of this. And now we're going to open them up to 1/8 inch. We got 2 things to solder on there, a nut and a piece of tubing. Okay, that's good. Now we need a bushing for this flap horn, a slider. So how we're going to make that. How we're going to make that is there's the slider. I'm going to put a piece of tubing in one of these holes and a screw in the other. And she'll slide up and down and be indexed by the tubing and the screw. Pretty fart smeller. Okay, where are we at? We need a piece of tubing. Oh shit. Piece of tubing. This is 8th OD 14,000. This is it, I think. It is. Okay. Take this tube. Stick it in there. Stick it in. Let's cut it off. I don't need it that long right now. Okay, let's see if that's gonna work. It does. Raining out. Can't get over this winter. I've been on an hour, ain't got nothing done yet. To speak of. We need to loosen that up because it seems like it's a vent in there. Where's the piece of wire? It's raining its ass off. There we go. There it is. Okay, so you know what? We better have a new hole that's not so deep. That thing might go down in the hole and not get it back. Yeah, you can see what I'm doing. Okay. Now we want it perpendicular to the bench. This wire in here so I can see what I'm doing. That's pretty good right there. Pussy bueno. Man, it's really raining. Good thing I got my garage roof fixed. Did. I should have done a video about that. Model airplane building on the garage. All right, so now when you solder something like this, you want to heat the brass, the plate, not the tube. It's going to take a bit because it's so thick. We might have to heat it up with a torch. There it goes. There it goes. Plenty of solder on it. There it is. Now my wire brush. It got hot. It got hot. See, this is the side that's going to be next to the horn. Could have got a little, oh, that's good. That's good. The horn and this thing. What's up? Yeah, I'm online. Is it raining now?
Yeah, it's a little damp.
Yeah, I see that. Okay, we're almost there. So now I got to figure out what I want to do here. Where's my wire brush? Damn. There it is. Okie dokie. So now we need a nut on this side. 440 nut. Do we have one? We do. We do. Now you could do something like if you didn't have a T, a T-nut that Tom Morris sells, you could do something like this for a ball joint as well. But it kind of makes it a pain in the rear to do. So we're going to use this. Let's see if I got a nylon washer in here. It'd be nice if I did. I do. Now the nylon washer is not going to go on the airplane, but the nylon washer is going to use as a solder block. Let's see. We need a washer. Nylon washer. Yeah, that'll do. Nylon washer. I'm going to put this through that because I don't want to solder the nut or the bolt. To the, which could easily happen. Very easily. Ah, shit. I'm going to clear that. A little bit too much solder right there. I'm gonna make it flat. Maybe. Yep. Maybe. A lot of thought goes into this stuff, along with a lot of elbow grease. Where's my ball driver? There it is. That did. Like being a jeweler.
Keep going there.
That's what we're going to end up with. A part like that. And then when I get this side, I'll cut that off there. I only left it long so I can hold it. Now this could fail. I could have to redo it again. I mean, I'll just keep doing it till I get it. But this is the general idea. Don't get up on that bolt. Don't get up on the bolt. I think they got it. Now I got a tap. I might have to run a tap through there, but got a tap. Yep, got a tap right here. And then the trick is to cut that off and not lose it in the shop. Because it'll go zing. Got pretty damn warm. Let's see what's up here. Yep, no problem. I can tell you right now that was a smart idea to put that nylon washer there because it's stuck on there. Got it. Now back here we might be doing a collar instead of a solder washer because there's too much stuff going on. Let's see what happens. Tap through this just in case. Okay. It's good. So now let's get a pair of forceps on this and make sure we don't lose it. No. Lose that. Okay, let's cut it off. There it is. Let me round off the corner. Now you could spend all day filing it and making it look super pretty or whatever, but that is the gist of it right there. Should work fine. Hot, I gotta let it cool. Can't touch it. Now the second part of this is, do we have enough room back here for this to all swing and clear? And if I don't, I have to relieve it. If I don't have enough room back here for it to swing and clear, I'll have to cut a hole in there and then just tissue over the hole. Just take the balsa wood away and tissue over the hole. Man, this thing got hot. Got real hot. One more time, and we'll be done with that. All right, we've made it as light as I can, as small as I can. I'll have to wait to show it to you. It's too hot. I just ground it, filed it round, ground it round. Like I say, you could file on this and make it look absolutely factory, but this is close enough. Just too hot. So, puts a lot of heat into it. There's the screw. We need a washer now. Got a washer here. Use the tap back. Some metal in. If you don't have one of these Jim Lee finger taps, 440 finger taps, you need to get one. Because it makes life a lot easier and have to go to, I mean, I got a full set of taps. I think I got taps to 9/16. But looks like I made it a little too close for that washer, so we're going to have to cut that washer. Damn, can't win today. Oh, there it is. There it is. This is the part, the finished part. One slider. So now I'll put this on the horn. Let's see which way do we want to do this from. It's going to go in that way. So we want to have it I want to have this to the inside. I want this up and this to the inside. It goes on just like that. And oh, what's going on here? Let's see what's up. There it is. There's the finished slider. So we're not going to have enough room for that long ass bolt, so we're going to pop the threads up, cut it off. I always bugger the threads up so it can't back out all the way. I think I did it backwards. Nope. I did it right. But that's going to be too close, I think. So we better measure. So we got 1.25 inches. We want it. That's too close. I'll just eyeball it and adjust it from there. Raise it up. Okay. See how it works. See if it works. There we go. Gonna be tight in there. It's gonna rub. Shit. Just as expected. Gonna rub. There's not enough room for a solder joint, so I need to turn that over. Yep. Should have made it longer. We might be making another one. Turn that over to the other side. But that doesn't matter either. I need to make another one. I need to make a wider one. Yeah, it's too close. Trying to be too cheap with space. Damn. Damn. Well, I have another one for a smaller airplane. I guess I could try to turn it over. I don't see it working with that head there. Wait a minute. Yeah, it may work because yeah, it'll work because that's where the side goes in, and this side here. Yeah, let's try it there. Yeah, that'll work. Just trying to be too cheap. Gonna have to cut that flush though, so I got enough room to solder. Have to cut her flush. Then I'm gonna have to use a flat washer or a small washer drilled. Yep, we got some modifying to do. This goes on the outside. And we need to grind that flat so I get some more purchase on that washer. Turn it over. Well, I wonder how come somebody hasn't chimed in and said, "You're doing it the wrong way." Okay, here's the issue. You see this little piece of 1/8" tubing that's sticking past the horn? It's got to be flush. So we're going to make it flush. I made it flush on both sides of that wire. That'll leave enough for the bushing, and it should leave enough for a solder joint for the push rod. guys got any questions? I mean, I've been on here now hour and a half, and shit, I don't see no chat. I mean, 3 comments, 2 comments from 2 guys. I realize this is a work day for most, but for those of us who are retired, I'm just temporarily retired. I still got a lot of work left in me. Okay, we want well, I guess it doesn't matter now. I just figured out how I can do this the easy way. We'll do this by soldering. Oh yeah, we got plenty. We got plenty now. I think I need to round that nut off a little more to give a little more clearance for the bend in the pushrod. Okay. This little piece has been quite the deal. Quite the deal. Now let's try it. Let's if I put it on like this, then I could solder it without that on here and then just add it. If I put it on like that, I can't. So let's try it this way, see if it will work. Things that make you go, really needs to go on that way. That don't matter either. I can't do that either. Nope, I can't solder it on there. What does that say? Oh, comatose. You mean comatose? Comatose. Yeah, what is it, 3 o'clock in the morning for you? Where'd my screw go? Come on. Must have dropped it on the floor. Have to make another. I don't see it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sweep the floor so I can find shit. Isn't that a bummer? Can't do it that way. I gotta put it on there and then solder it. Think about this. You gotta put it on and then solder. You know what? I better get another nut made because can't find it. Good shit. Okay. So it's gonna go that way. Is that how it's gonna go? I can't even think. Goes on this way. Yep, that's how it goes. Can't even think. 6:44. Might have to cut that washer. You know what? Let's just cut the washer before I even start. No, I don't need to. Forget it. Thinking out loud. Okay. Yeah, it'll do it. And get it to work. Okay, that should be good enough. The only problem is the bolt's on the outside, but that's just the way it goes. If I take it off here, it would make it easier for me to manipulate. Yes. Yes, it would. We'll do this outside. I think that needs to be bent a little more. It's not quite square. Try that. So we want this to go this way. This next solder joint is going to be the trick. That looks pretty good. Keep coming together. See how this operates here. There we go. Now I need something to pin that together so I can try the controls. See if they're free enough. Yeah, I've done it that way, but this airplane's a little different. Okay, so that goes there. I gotta take that engine out, it's just too heavy. Too heavy, put the motor in it. Oh yeah, it'll be fine. Get sliding here. A couple more pins in it. Keep them sliding, check it. Sliding there. Oh yeah, that's a good one. I could slow it down a little bit even. Well, this is gonna be a light airplane, so we don't need much flap. So far, so good. 3 more solder joints and we're finished. 2 hours to get the controls in this thing. Unreal. Feels good though. Did a good job. When this is done right, the weight of the flaps should raise the elevators when they're perfect. And the best illustration of that is Wesley Dick's Velvet. He's got super smooth controls. He probably tinkered around just like I'm tinkering to get him to do that. So what do we want to do here? We want to take this out and solder all this stuff up. I don't have a room for two washers back here on this in the back here, so it just gets one, but I'll do two up front. And then cut off the excess. Come on. Goes in from the both side. Okay, we're not working on the spinner spot. I'm gonna take that engine out. I haven't even sanded. My inside looks a little slicker, or yours? I haven't even sanded the inside of mine yet, which I will. And this gets a carbon fiber spinner, but these metal spinners are a lot better for shaping the nose. Because I could always polish this, all the scratches out of this one. I want to use it. I wonder how many people we got on Rumble that I can't see, or who are watching me on X that I can't see. If you're watching on X, leave me a note in the timeline so I can tell. If you're watching on X and you want to go to a forum, that's 100% model airplanes and no BS, go to stunhanger.com/SMF. Stuntmen fly, or something that Charles came up with. Okay, now let's do this. We're going to set this away. That way I don't break it when I'm trying to lift it. Okay. This. Now you see, this is the problem with getting old. I just took the push rod out of it. I haven't moved anywhere. Here it is. And they disappear. Let's do this. Let's solder the one washer on this end first. I wonder if I can get one of these little teeny washers to go on the back. Have to drill it out, I think. I do not know why they don't make those little teeny washers just a smidge bigger. Nope, gonna have to drill it. Okay. So, put a washer on this end. And we'll use our first hole that I drilled right here. It's deep enough. Little jism. Barely see it. There. Remember, heat the wire. Now this is drill rod that I'm using, so it solders fairly nicely. I think the front ones were piano wire. This is drill rod. There we go. Come on. You can do it. There it went. Yeah, I'm waiting for it to see a wrench or something, a tool, sprout legs and running across the floor. Okay. Here again, I haven't moved, and now the brush is gone. I don't see it. Here it is. Shit. That's the knife. Here's the knife. Cut this turd solder off here. Here's my cup. Baking soda on it, neutralize it. So we got that on there. The trick is I'm going to have to drill one of these little washers. I need a little washer on the back horn. Can't use the regular number 4. I got to use a 256. It's just, God, it must be just a thousandth or so too shy of being too small to go on the over the wire, 3/32 wire. It's aggravating. They don't make that right. So this goes on this way, and this goes in that way. And I think we're going to slow down the controls just a smidge because they're way too fast. Of course, this can be adjusted once together, but we'll make it halfway. Okay. So this goes in this way. Still pretty quick. It's all right. It's okay. Now, how am I gonna do this? I gotta get this together. It's getting beat to shit sitting around on the bench. Okay, now the real trick. Try to drill one of these little bitty washers 3/32. So I'll get my vice grips. I got some little nose vice grips here. Now I got some big ones. That'll work. The needle nose are in my box. So. That's 8, 3/32. Of course. Yeah, 3/32. I'm still missing the bit, so I gotta find that bit. Get it back in the hole in the box. I don't believe how easy that was. Usually they're harder than hell. Let's see if it'll fit on there now. Nope. That's why it was so easy. Nope, don't fit. There it is. What I got 3 different kinds of flux. Depends. I use Stay Bright flux. I like. That's what I'm using on this. Okay, it's gonna be difficult. Rubbing on that screw. It's kind of like I thought it was going to. Once I get it soldered on, I'll cut that excess off. So let's try to do this. Look, I can do it without soldering to that nut. There. Yeah. Okay, we need to cut that ledge off there. I think it's going to work. Kinda. No binds, no binds. That's it. That's it. A little bit of smuts on there. I don't want that to contaminate the paint. Better get some alcohol and get it off. Stay bright. Stay bright silver solder. Got it. Very good. Okay, so now before I solder it in there, I gotta test it and make sure it all is free in there. You know, this thing actually could be cut off just a smidge because it's rubbing on the side of the fuselage. So try to nip it off first, and if I can, I'll zip it off. Nip it and zip it. And it nipped. Yay! You can find it on Amazon sometimes. Type in Stay Bright Silver or Stay Bright Solder or Silver Solder. Okay. Let's look in here. Oh yeah, it clears. Ooh-wee. Man, we'd be shitting in cotton. We'd be shitting in cotton. Okay, solder it together. It's the only bad thing about putting this stuff together now. What do I do with it? I don't have enough room to store it. That's a 632 washer, number 5. We don't want that. I'd rather have one of these little bitty ones here. Let's just try to do a little bitty one again. We seem to skate by with them. I'm going to put this on the scale for you guys to show you what it weighs, because this airplane total weighs as much as some guy's wing. And I'm not doing it to brag or anything. I'm doing it to show you where you want to be. There's no reason to build 70-ounce airplanes. And where most guys fail is in the paint. They just load the paint on. They got to see that beautiful paint job. Well, that beautiful paint job comes from sanding. It doesn't come from paint. Hey, we got it on there. Yay. Okay, we want to do this trick again. But this card was too thick. So we want to use this thin one. Shit. Okay. Okay, see ya. Yeah, it's raining here too. It's raining all over the world. Bad thing about that is if we get the carpet, it smells like a wet dog. Okay. You smell like a wet dog. Here I am, the cameraman, the writer, the actor, the comedian, and the builder. All the one-man band. We gotta have a glass of water or a drink of water. I'll be so happy when this is done. I can start woodworking again. I don't even think I made a rudder for this yet. Of course, I don't know. It might be underneath all that crap there. But we're going to do perfect fit, top and bottom. I just don't think these tops and bottoms fit that well. Of course, I don't know. Pretty damn close. Yeah, I guess I can use this for the top. We just need to make a bottom. That is the buck. Balsa wood will get molded around that. Let's see if I got a rudder over here. I do. We got all the parts for it. We need to make a bottom yet, and that's it. Come on, you. Come on, you. Where's my pens? I had a whole new box of pens. This one here is a little shorter. Now, this airplane here is not classic legal, I think. Yeah, this is a 60-inch wingspan instead of a 58 or N30 legal. I added the wing area just so that it would feel lighter, if that makes sense. It's going to be the same weight as the other one at 53, but will feel 50 or 48 or 49 because it's got more wing area. Well, that's wing loading. Okay, what are we going to do here? Take a break, I guess. We'll take a break for a second. These are my thought processes. This is kind of stuff that I go through when I'm just this, this airplane I've been working on for 30 years. Change a little here, change a little there. I swept the wing. I had straight trailing edge Vipers. That was Viper 1 with which is close to the Viper profile, which was a straight trailing edge. And different numbers on the nose moments and things. This Viper 2, this is built around the same platform as the orange one, the blue one. It's just a little bit of change to see if I could get some different characteristics. Which there's nothing wrong with a Viper 2. There's nothing wrong with it. They'll fly Pampa easy. I just want to see what it'll do. I've been working, like I say, been working on this design for 30 years. Actually, longer than that, because 1991 was Viper 1, and Viper 2, the one that was in the magazine, was that? Anyway, the magazine came out in 94. So it's 30 years old today, this design. But Viper 1 was in 91, and it didn't pan out so good. I liked the look of it, but I didn't like the flying characteristics. So after Viper 1 came the Sorcerer, and the Sorcerer was a little smaller. It was a piped 32F, less nearing pipe, and boy, that thing flew really great. And I learned quite a bit from that, and I incorporated it into Viper 2. And then in 94 is when the magazine article came out. Now there was a Viper 3 that was similar to this one with a 60-inch wingspan, but it had a straight trailing edge. I will never go back to a straight trailing edge on this airplane. Not saying that a straight trailing edge is bad, but on this airplane, I will never go back to a straight trailing edge. It's always going to be swept forward. Some were more drastic than others. This one here, we stuck with the Viper 2 numbers, 3/4 of an inch sweep, which is not really noticeable, but it does move the center of pressure forward, meaning that I can run it really nose heavy and still turn. Whereas the other ones seem to float, and I didn't like that float. And that float is what I'm trying to get out of this one here, inverted. And that is a misalignment somewhere. And I'll get it figured out. Probably come Brodax. I'll let Joe Gilbert fly it and tell me what he thinks and have him help me with the trim. Joe being a real pilot, he understands shit. He helped me with my high roller. There was a definite problem with the high roller, but we got that fixed. But I think I know what it is. I think I know what I did. I think I might have to do surgery on that airplane and put some positive incidents in the stabilizer. Okay, enough talking. Let's start soldering. I had a break. 2 hours, 23 minutes. There it is. There it is. It doesn't look like I got enough flux on there. Shit. I did though. I did. Perfect. 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 Now, little slobber dobber baking soda. Where'd it go? I knocked it. Yep, we got enough in there. We got enough. Close enough. Now a little air. little dry slide. This is the best shit for push rods and lines and stuff. This is motorcycle molly brake aid. A bike aid. I mean, it's called dry slide. It's graphite and it's dry. It doesn't attract dust. Okay, so now we got to center this up. We got to make sure nothing's rubbing. I need my pins. I had a big box of pins. I'm probably over on Steve's bench again. Nope. Over here in this mess somewhere. Yeah. I got these pins here. I guess I can use. Pin this all together and make sure it operates correctly. You can buy dry slide off Amazon, about $25 a bottle. Super good stuff. Super, super good stuff. Okay, it's not rubbing there. It is rubbing there though, so we need to cut that. Got it. See how it operates. Nah, that was all worth it. They look pretty zeroed. That was all worth it. So now we have to make flaps. I think I'm going to take a break and come back and we'll make the flaps. Make and hinge the flaps. And here they are right here. Start fitting these up. Looks to me like I got a bow. Is it in this? Huh? It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Comment. Tell me what you want to see. If you're watching this afterwards, hit the 3 dots. Leave me a super thanks if it helped. Times are tough, I understand. They're tough everywhere. But I'm just trying to keep it afloat. So we'll see you in a bit. I'll see you around 7 o'clock. We'll do the flaps. If I can find my mouse. There it is. Fair winds, tight lines. See you.